Foodstuffs with Obi's name, LP logo, surface online. This is cheap propaganda now. So Peter Obi, because of campaign, will start producing foodstuff for sale and putting LP logo on the products. Since when has Labour Party become a production company or a beverage company? So this is obviously a cheap propaganda from the political opponents. Who knows who is doing this? But we all know that it is not Peter Obi and it is not Labour Party. Somebody has done this to give Peter Obi and the Labour Party a bad name. That is what I see in it. But let's go down and hear what it has to say. The presidential flag bearer of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, has been accused of trying to induce Nigerians with foodstuffs and other items in order to vote him in as president in the coming elections. This was as foodstuffs bearing his name, that of his vice presidential candidate, Senator Dati Baba Ahmed, and the logo of his party were seen pasted on bags of rice and groundnut oil with the inscriptions, Vote Obi Dati 2023, Obi Dati 2023, among others. The development attracted knocks across the board as some Nigerians accused Obi of hypocrisy. Saturday Punch reports that Obi has a reputation for frugality and has a popular saying that he does not give shishi money to anyone in achieving his political ambition to be president. In a bid to mock political opponents who are accused of vote buying and other forms of inducement, supporters of Obi, known as Obedience, also use the slogan, "We know they give shishi," which closely translates to, "We don't give bribe for votes." Reacting to the now viral photos, many Twitter users kicked against this, noting that Obi was just like the old politicians who claimed to have come to dislodge. Among them is a Twitter user at ST who tweeted sharing a photo of a large collection of LP branded bags of rice, Labour Party sharing rice. Also reacting at Akim Fadare wrote, "People deceiving people. They are fake people. Everything about them is fake." Another user of the microblogging site at Elvis Golden Tree wrote in pidgin, "No be dem say they wan raise the standard of campaigns." In reply to Elvis' tweet, Tunde Musa Ekene wrote in pidgin, "Rice no be shishi na," mocking the Labour Party. So although another Twitter user at Sarki12R tried to protest Obi from the blame, noting that Obi might not be aware of the packages criticisms still pour in. So I followed this guy's tweet here that Peter Obi might not be aware of all of this. Somebody is doing it to tarnish his record, to tarnish his personality, to see how they can reduce his popularity. Just a cheap propaganda. That is the gospel truth about it. And it's not going to work because there's a limit to that. Everybody now knows the truth, that there are so many people in various parts of the country looking for a way to bring Obi and Labour Party down during this campaign period. So this is a cheap propaganda, and I submit to that, actually. Also reacting, the spokesperson of the African Action Congress, Femi Adeyeye, told our correspondent that Obi was not any different from other older and recycled politicians. So it is now a cheap talking point, and other political parties with their representatives will take advantage of these photos going around with about the rice and groundnut oil bearing Peter Obi and Peter Obi's name and Labour Party's name as a way to demarket the party. So people are now using it as a campaign point to demarcate Peter Obi and the Labour Party. But that is not going to go far. Now, Obi is not behind it, campaign team says. Now, reacting to this development, the Peter Obi Support Network, Mr. Jones Onwa Soanya, noted that Obi did not sanction the move and did not have control over what Nigerians would do to win votes for him. He said, I have to restate that Peter Obi's presidential campaign is a people-driven campaign. Obi does not need to give anybody anything before he is voted for. What he gives is the message of progress of Nigeria and making the country work for all Nigerians. Perfect. That is a very good response. That is a very good response from the Obi's campaign team there, and I agree to that. I sincerely agree to that. Now there are some comments here. Somebody saying cheap propaganda. It's obvious that the masses are doing it out of free will, same way they printed aprons and caps, shirts, and so forth. Yeah, the smell will move obediently. So yeah, so the another side of this story is that some people that are supporting Obi would have done it out of their own volition as a way of campaign, but it's not under the instruction or awareness of Peter Obi. So just like the party said, Peter Obi has little or no control over what others are doing to support him. People are voluntarily, willingly doing everything possible to support Obi to win this election. And you never can tell the extent people can go as well. So that's another switch side of this story. So it means that probably someone else would have done that, bought those items, to buy people's mind for Obi as well. Because what is happening is that people are doing everything at their own level to ensure that Obi wins this election come February 2023. You people don't know how leaders are elected in Nigeria. It is by consensus, and no one group of people can produce the president, no matter how they try to bully others online. It is the same all over the world. They may deceive you otherwise. So what are we trying to say here? That people just sit down and decide that this is the person that is going. That can happen at party level to bring out their flag bearer, but not at national level where the electorate will have to come out and cast their votes. So saying that, consensus is different from election. So consensus will not work in this matter. Wow, it is now Obi versus others. Wow, what God cannot do does not exist. Imagine a man that only joined small Labour Party a few months ago has become an unbearable headache to all other parties. That's correct. He has thrown both PDP and APC into the opposition box. PDP is no longer even attacking APC and vice versa. Yes. So Obi has just thrown the other political parties into absolute confusion. They don't even understand what's happening again. So rather than campaigning, they're attacking Labour Party. PDP and APC are no longer attacking each other again. PDP and APC are almost like joining forces to attack Labour Party, forgetting that they also have to campaign on the issue they will have to resolve when they come to power. This is how interesting it has gotten to. APC and PDP have no message. That is why they are so fixated on Obi as the leading candidate. That is true now. They have no message now. They've been telling us the same stories over the years, telling us giving us the same promises over the years. So they don't have any other new thing to say now. And that is why they are fixated in castigating Obi and Labour Party rather than campaigning on their issue. Obi has become their campaign strategy and their campaign agenda. You guys know what you are doing. At the end, you will realize how many simple-minded Nigerians are defrauded by people like you selling all kind of things in the name of raising money. Can you imagine? So are they selling those things to raise money? Peter Obi already has enough money. In fact, Peter Obi doesn't even know where the money is coming from, because people are donating willingly, both within and outside the country, to support this election. So if it is money, I think Peter Obi has enough money for this campaign. Peter Obi doesn't even need money for this campaign, because he's not going to buy vote. He's not going to bribe people to vote. The only money they need is for logistics and for mobilization to put strategies and plans in place ahead of the election to be able to monitor the election effectively. That is just what they are doing. Logistics, that is all. but they are not going to give anybody money to vote for them. So they don't even need too much money. So there are several other comments here, but this is what has been transpiring, and it's been seen as a cheap propaganda by the obedience, while all other opponents is seeing Obi as the same with other politicians that have been recycling themselves over time. So put your comment and put your views below, and we'll also share it. Thank you for listening.